How what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D about to react to this vid by Patrick CC. This is the exploitation of Pokimane. This is the same girl I reacted to where she talked about a weird experience she had or something with like a CEO of Twitch or something. I still don't know what happened. That whole situation was just odd. I still don't understand what occurred, but sure, we're gonna see how she's being exploited. Let's watch.
In the past few years, live streamers have become some of the most famous and financially successful online creators. They usually have die-hard, cult-like fan bases who are willing to watch them sit at a desk for hours on end. But there's a major cost that comes with this type of attention.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't like the whole cult following, I'm watching you breathe. Like, I don't like it. Because I know some people on Twitch, like, they'll be sleeping. Oh, look, Kai just did that. But also women will be on there and having people watch them while they sleep. I find that to be creepy.
Squatting,
I don't think I'll ever get on
bullying,
Twitch.
public scrutiny, obsessive fans, deepfakes, and even manipulation from bullying, public scrutiny, obsessive fans.
I've been your tier 3 sub for 5 years and you never gave me any attention, Pokey. I thought we were meant to be. Pokey, you are such a strong lady. Every woman should look up to you, and don't you ever listen to those haters. You're like the female version of Tupac, an idol. And if you are ever sad again, I just put my direct messages on open, so technically you could always send one.
Fans, deepfakes, and even
What the fuck Tupac got to do with this? Why would you bring him in this?
Manipulation from corporate employees. Pokimane has been one of the top female streamers in a space that is very much dominated by men. At her peak, she was averaging 40,000 viewers, which is the equivalent of a sold-out Major League Baseball stadium in the United States.
Yeah.
She has been subject to a lot of controversy in her near decade-long streaming career. Now, some of these incidents have been brought on by herself, but for a lot of them, she seems to be a pawn in a much bigger problem. And it's reached a tipping point, starting to realize that all the money might not be worth the risk to be in her position. Stay hydrated. Since the beginning of her career, Pokimane has been accused of having pretty privilege, which is essentially the idea that being attractive makes it much easier to gain success at whatever you do. This argument definitely does have some truths, but it's often used to minimize the work that women or men have put in to gain all of their notoriety. Pokimane has been streaming consistently for almost 10 years. She had amassed 20,000 followers on Twitch in 2014 before graduating high school. And although it seems like an easy job, being entertaining for hours on end, day in and day out, while sitting at a desk is very difficult, but she did benefit from the lack of competition. In 2014, Twitch only had around 300,000 daily active viewers. Her game of choice was League of Legends, which is still the most watched game of all time on Twitch, by a lot. A young woman who was genuinely interested in the game at that time was extremely rare. On top of being entertaining with her audience and good at the game, she was destined for success. And of course, the way she looked didn't hurt. Many of her followers were likely men who felt like they could hang around a girl who plays their favorite game, watches anime, and understands meme culture. She was every Reddit and Discord mod's dream girl. Some of her fans would send her hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars for a brief interaction, to say their name and thank them for their generosity. These men are often referred to as simps, and they can get extremely out of control. Simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. The word simp is actually banned on Twitch because it's seen as bullying, but it's likely banned because Twitch profits so much from these men that they want to do everything they can to protect them. And in return, Poki is the one who gets blamed because she doesn't shame these men for giving her money. A video titled "Simp Willingly Goes Homeless for Pokimane" was uploaded in May of 2020 by It's a Gundam, which used several examples of interactions between Pokimane fans to highlight just how dangerously obsessed some of them appear to be. It's a Gundam came across grown men committing the heinous crime of sad cringe. I'm kinda short on savings, but I'll defo get $500 to drop this week, LMAO. Hope she sees this and knows I love her and miss her. Then somebody replies, only $500? Pathetic. Get your bread up. OP. I got evicted because I was 4 months behind on rents.
People say anything, by the way. I don't believe this at all.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can sleep behind a Starbucks so I can use the free Wi-Fi and donate the rest of my money.
We live in a day and age where men are shitting each other for not giving a woman who's already a millionaire the last bit of money.
I think he's also trolling.
Welcome to 2020. It is a horrible time in history.
Pokimane reacted to It's a Gundam video and dismissed all the embarrassing tweets as fake. And still to this day, it's unclear if the tweets were real or not. Even if they were fake, it sadly isn't too far from the mentality of some men that watch her streams. But Pokey committed a YouTube cardinal sin, going after the sponsor of the video.
I actually can't believe anyone would sponsor these shenanigans.
She got a lot of heat from YouTubers for this, since it's considered a low blow to go after someone's livelihood because she didn't like the content. The situation is ironic because Gundam was also kind of going after Pokey's livelihood by bullying people that pay her money, even if these men have extreme...
Yeah, and it's like, why is that your business? I'm on her side with this because who cares? If that's what people want to do, how does this affect you? If this is real, which I highly doubt, let them do that. If they want to give her all this money, if they want to spend all of their savings on her, that is their right. What do you have to do with that? Why are you so upset? It sounds like jealousy. When men talk like this, it's giving jealousy, which is so fucking pathetic. It's like you're mad because you're just like, oh, I always hear men online be like, oh, women got life on easy and you bitches can make an OnlyFans and make $20,000 in an hour. You sound salty. You sound upset because you want to do it and you can't. Because why do you give a fuck? Why do you care?
Extremely unrealistic expectations. Pokey was defending her fans, which seems like what most people would do in that situation.
And she is defending people who support her. What is the problem with that?
Either way, she apologized.
Girl, bye, Pokey.
I want to sincerely apologize
Girl.
to both It's a Gundam and to the sponsor
Girl.
of that video for the remarks and comments that I made. I completely understand people's concern for going after someone else's livelihood.
But this wasn't the first time she had to apologize. There was another controversy that resurfaced from 2014 where she said the N-word.
Nick, you ain't funny. That's
Okay,
not
you lame.
true.
You should have talked
Maybe
about
you're just boring as fuck. And lame.
Actually, don't apologize because you're showing your true colors because clearly you say that all the time. Expose who you are. Don't apologize.
Oh, because only lame say that shit.
She immediately took to Twitter to try and explain herself.
Girl.
Hard for me to speak on this clip's context because it's so old. I'm almost 23 and was underage in that clip, but it was definitely not said in a racist or derogatory manner, she said, adding, it was a time period and environment where saying it was more common and used as a replacement for dude, and I've never said it in a racist way, hard R, either. Almost everyone below this tweet rallied in support for Pokimane, pointing out that this expose seemed like digging up old irrelevant clips of someone with the sole purpose of publicly humiliating them out of spite. However, as Pokimane became more and more popular, this clip resurfaced often. She apologized for the second time in 2020.
I've commented.
There is no second time because that first part did not really seem like an apology. It seemed like, well, I was young. Well, everybody said it. Well, like that wasn't an apology at all.
On this in the past, but honestly, my statement or comments then weren't even good enough, even though people were very understanding. I just want to make it clear that I am genuinely so sorry if I hurt or offended anyone with what I said. I really wish I could go back in time and change the past. Unfortunately, I can't, but I do hope that my behavior in regards to language for the last couple of years and onwards will speak for itself.
Keep in mind at this point in 2020, she was easily the largest female Twitch streamer and one of the top streamers, period. She is now an owner of Offline TV, which is essentially a streamer production house consisting of her friends that create content together and individually. They all work together and use their network to grow everyone's social media presence. And at the time, all of the biggest streamers were collaborating with each other to play the game Among Us. Everything that she was doing was being very meticulously watched and analyzed. This is when a large amount of hate started pouring in. People expressed their disdain for Pokimane, saying her personality was fake, forced, and only saying and doing things to fit what she thinks her brand should be. I think it's also worth mentioning that people expect YouTubers and streamers to be 100% themselves because they give off this assumption that they are normal people and not acting. But it's almost always an enhanced version of themselves. Like my second channel is just me wearing goofy glasses and being overly animated. I mean, that is me or a side of me, but it also has elements of a character. But her N-word controversy would resurface again in 2022, and this time it took a twist nobody could have ever predicted. This controversy involves the very popular comedy YouTuber Gideon. who was just starting up his Twitch account in January of 2022. Gideon is known for being a troll, but his intentions are pure. He reacted to a video of Pokimane saying the N-word. Then he tweeted the video. Then 1 week later, on January 13th, Gideon goes live to more than 10,000 viewers. He had more viewers than Pokimane after his first week on the platform. So he instructed his viewers to go to her stream and spam the phrase L plus ratio, which was his way of trolling and bragging to her. Pokimane was simply minding her business. So why did he go after her? Well, because she is known as the Queen of Twitch, and trolling her is kind of a meme. But militarizing his audience is known as hate raiding, which is against TOS on Twitch. As she's getting flooded with spam, people start telling her that it's coming from Gideon, to which he gets mad at them for snitching, and then he says this.
If you're from Pokimane,
Pokimane?
If you're from Pokimane's chat.
Yo.
Wait, is that how, is it Pokimane?
I'm
or
gonna tell you this right
Pokimane?
now. She is not gonna f you, bro. I don't care how much you donated.
Pokimane?
I don't care how many hours you watch her. She's not gonna f you, bro. She has a man's. Bro, and you probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. But I'm sorry. I'm gonna break the fourth wall. And spoiler alert, she's getting down every night by another nigga. She is getting down, deep stroked, balls deep.
Oh no.
Balls banging on the wall.
No.
Every night.
Pokimane responded to the harassment by saying whoever was responsible, if you get banned, I'm not going to be sad, and then ended her stream. But the story gets a little weirder when Ninja somehow got alerted about what was happening, and he got in contact with Gideon to let him know that he was screwed.
I promise you guys, there's literally nothing I can do.
Ninja was right. Once Twitch became aware of the incident, they banned Gideon for 14 days, which later turned into a permanent ban following an appeal prior to his 14-day ban period. People suspected that Gideon received such a harsh consequence because Pokimane is regarded as Twitch's golden child that they will do anything to protect. After Gideon updated his social media followers on the state of his Twitch account, people instantly began blaming Poki. Pokimane clarified the following day that she had nothing to do with Gideon's ban and claimed that Gideon and his fans were targeting her because she's a woman. The reason Pokimane mentioned her gender is that during Gideon's stream, he taunted Poki's male audience and told them no matter how much they donated, Poki wasn't going to sleep with them.
I don't agree with this part. He was wrong in getting them to go and troll her because you can't do that. That's not cool. But he initially did it because she was saying the N-word. So he was like talking shit like, oh, I'm a black dude, but I got a better ratio right now than you. Let's go tell her L ratio. So I feel like that's where it came from based on what he just said, based on what Patrick said, unless he's reporting inaccurately. So her trying to make it seem like, oh, it's because I'm a woman. No, he reacted to you saying the N-word. It started from there, is what it appears.
We chimed in on this and basically said that this is just something Pokimane has to deal with.
Dudes have sex with Poki, which, you know, it sucks. That's how
it doesn't just suck. It's not fucking okay. I'm so tired of people acting like it just sucks and it's unlucky. And it just is what it is. I don't want to be in an industry where that just sucks. I do not want it to be is anymore. Please, yes, thank you. I can't even English anymore. I'm so sick of this shit.
There seemed to be a huge divide. A lot of men thought Poki was being overly dramatic, and Ludwig was just pointing out the reality of sexism that exists on Twitch. But others thought Poki's frustration is justified, as she is constantly being sexualized day in and day out when she's just a girl who plays video games. But some people are convinced that Pokimane is lying, and that she purposely tries to appear single to maintain her innocent and single persona. If men assume that she's single, their parasocial bond increases, and they are more likely to send her gifts and money if they truly believe that one day she might notice them. Or maybe she just wants to keep her private life private, like everyone else.
Yeah,
but before Gideon would end up apologizing for his behavior, things took an insane twist. Ninja brought up the situation again when people were in his chat begging him to try to help Gideon get unbanned. In order to get viewers to stop spamming, he claims that he texted his partner manager to help him out.
Alright, I sent the text. I don't promise a goddamn thing.
Pokimane did not like this.
Seeing him on a call with Ninja and Ninja like allied with him and saying, oh, like, I'll try to make sure your ban isn't too bad. That's a little weird.
Then she tweeted, "It baffles me when other streamers don't stand up against blatant harassment or misogyny." While discussing all of this on a live stream, Ninja DM'd Pokey and let her know that he didn't actually contact his representative at Twitch. We only know this because Pokey shared the DM to her audience while she was streaming, with the final words being, "You're making a big mistake." This appeared to be a threat, which was kind of confirmed by a second exposed DM from Ninja's wife, saying that they are considering everything Pokey was saying as defamation of character, and they are getting their legal team involved. But these threats never really amounted to anything. Gideon privately and publicly apologized to Pokimane, asking his supporters to stop harassing her social media accounts. He says his actions were corny and he was being petty. Pokimane responded by accepting his apology, and they even did a collaboration together and consider each other friends to this day. It's pretty clear that Gideon made a mistake, owned up to his mistake, and the person who was the victim in the situation forgave him. But Twitch still has banned Gideon, and they do not plan on allowing him to come back to their platform. Free Gideon, y'all. But Pokimane's overreaction to being sexualized and harassed for being a woman reached a tipping point recently that may just have her ready to quit. Twitch streamer Brandon Ewing, known online as Atrioc, accidentally exposed himself after exiting a game he was streaming and allowing viewers to see all the tabs he had open on his screen, one of which was a website that had deepfake pornographic content. The website featured deepfakes of fellow female streamers such as Pokimane, Maya Higa, QT Cinderella, and many more. Though Atrioc quickly switched tabs without trying to draw attention to them, it was too late. Screen grabs were taken and shared across the internet. Atrioc issued a tearful apology, stating that this is not a pattern of behavior, but that he fell down an AI rabbit hole at 2 a.m. one morning and ended up on the site. However, the website charges $15 a month to watch the provided content, meaning that Atrioc must have intentionally created an account and entered his credit card willingly. Atrioc, who is married, made the apology video along with his wife, who was also crying. What made the situation even creepier is that he's friends with some of the women featured on the site, with some having already responded. Streamers like QT Cinderella and Sweet Anita spoke out against the deepfake pornography on their respective Twitter accounts, with QT Cinderella expressing the pain that she's facing in the wake of such horrors on a Twitch stream. Female streamers are continuously finding themselves being sexualized without their consent. They are often harassed for simply being a woman within the streaming community, and this is just one more way that they are denied their basic humanity by having these deepfakes of themselves in a sexually explicit manner put on the internet, with very little they can do about it. According to Matthew B. Kugler, a professor of law at Northwestern University, since deepfakes began appearing online in 2015, they've become more convincing every year, growing in quality and quantity. Research by Sensity AI, a company that monitors deepfakes, found in 2018 that 90 to 95% of deepfakes were non-consensual porn, which Kugler explained could be traumatic for the victim. A 2019 report from DeepTrace, a technology research company, found that 99% of pornographic deepfakes featured female celebrities. Psychotherapist
I'll talk about it then. I'm not laughing at their situation, but yeah, I'll talk about it then.
As Lisa Sanfilippo, whose expertise includes sexual trauma, told Insider that creating false pornographic images is a major violation. She said that for the victim, seeing images of yourself or images that are falsified to look like you in acts that you might find reprehensible, scary, or that would only be for your personal life can be very destabilizing, even traumatizing. There is no ability to give consent there. Basically, everyone agrees that deepfakes are mostly going to be used for bad things. And because of this, people are starting to understand why Pokimane and other female streamers are fed up with being sexualized. Because all of those overreactions have built up to this deepfake stuff, which is being denounced by everyone. Pokimane didn't really address the deepfakes as closely as others. She seems really fed up with the constant over-sexualization of her and her peers. And it's not just coming from her obsessive fans, it's also coming from Twitch employees. Just a few months ago, Pokimane opened up to viewers during a live stream about a well-networked professional in the streaming industry who allegedly faked a romantic relationship with Poki to get close to women in her community.
I still don't understand that story.
Someone that I and many streamers
I already watched the whole thing, but I don't get it.
Pokimane went on to claim that the individual leaked privileged information he gathered from his job and threatened to harm himself if the targeted girls ever came forward.
A few months ago, a few girls in my community
struck himself and her. He would then allegedly send fake explicit photos of Pokimane, hoping to receive similar images from the women and
which makes no sense.
This confused as to where they draw the line with sexual conduct. They want to promote body positivity in their hot tub section, which is very clearly softcore porn that promotes the culture of paying women to be lewd on camera. Twitch also makes a ton of money from this part of their platform, and that's all good and fine to support, but for streamers like Pokimane who just want to play games, they have to deal with the audiences of those lewd streamers who can just click one tab and harass Pokimane. But a lot of people don't see it as harassment because the streamers are profiting from it. So then Poki speaking up just makes people assume she is sensitive and annoying, and that she should be grateful that she is rich. Overall, it seems like she is fed up with all of this. She's streaming less than she ever has and still finding herself in the middle of controversies. And considering everything that's happened, all the money might not be worth subjecting herself to this bullshit any longer.
I mean, I understand where she's coming from, though. People are really weird and creepy on the internet, and if you are a woman, they're going to objectify you. It does not matter what you look like, don't matter what you're doing, people are going to objectify you. And that's actually the reason why I started wearing hoodies and t-shirts in every last one of my videos. If you used to watch me years ago, you know, I used to just wear regular shirts. Like, I was just like, whatever, I would just throw on a shirt, react to videos, but people kept making comments about my tits. So I was like, fuck y'all niggas. I'm about to cover up completely in every last video. Because my breasts are very large. So pretty much any shirt I put on, I'm going to have cleavage showing because my breasts are massive. But if I wear a t-shirt, you can't see nothing. So I was like, okay, bet. I'm wearing a t-shirt in every last one of my videos. And the funny part about it is I don't even have that many t-shirts. That's why you guys will see me wearing pretty much the same like 10 shirts in rotation, because a lot of my shirts, I wear like cute little regular shirts. I got cleavage showing in them. And I'm like, I don't want to wear this on camera because people are fucking weird and creepy. I also used to do try on haul videos. I worked with Fashion Nova, and they would pay me to put up videos, try-on hauls, and people would sexualize the fuck out of that. I put those on private after my contract was done with them, because niggas are weird. And again, they'd be like, you know what you doing. I'm like, y'all are so fucking stupid. Like, years ago, it used to be a safe space for women to put up try-on haul videos because it was a reference point. And I watch try on haul videos all the time because when you see a woman wear certain clothes, it's like, oh, that's cute, I want to buy that. Oh, that's a cute shirt. Oh, that fits her nice. We got pretty much the same shape. I'm gonna buy that too. It's for other women. It's not for men. So men are just so fucking dumb and they think everything is about them. It's like, oh, you putting up this just to show your body. No, you idiot. These videos are made to target women. They're made for women. Why do you think Fashion Nova would want to pay people to put their bodies on display just for y'all pleasure? What are they getting out of that? They're a business. They literally are paying women to put up these videos so that they can bring in business. They want to target other women so that they can watch them and buy their fucking clothes, you idiots. That's what they're fucking for. That's what those videos are for. Years ago, they were never sexualized. But nowadays, I guess when you look at these videos, you got a whole bunch of weird-ass men in the comments. Like, looking at women's body. Ooh, turn around. Like, y'all are fucking weird. Those videos are not for you. It's women's fashion. Like, ew. Anyway, long story short, niggas are creepy online. So you have to be careful with how you move. And, you know, people make little slick comments about me still to this day, and I'm completely covered up. Or they see that, oh, I have an OnlyFans, and they assume I'm on there shaking ass. And it's like, again, you're an idiot. OnlyFans has I'm not going to explain. Go over there and see if you want. And you'll see me literally looking like this with fucking hoodies on. But whatever. The point is, men are fucking creepy and weird online. So I get where she's coming from. But it is like, hey, it is what it is. This is your target audience. So you kind of just got to suck it up. Which is unfortunate, but that's just the way of the internet, you know. And I also laugh when they mention the deep fakes, because I also have deep fakes of me that people have sent me, and they'll like DM them to me like, oh, D, is this you? If you're stupid enough to believe that that's me, then go ahead. I don't care. They're literally deep fakes of me using pictures that are on my Instagram. So you can see the actual photo of me like covered up on my Instagram, but they'll like edit it and like make me naked. And then people will DM me, is this real? Like, nigga, you see the picture on my Instagram. Like, you see, they edited somebody else's titties on there. But sure, think it's me. I don't care. So the point is, people are weird, but you just have to accept that this is a part of it. And you can choose to ignore it like I do. Or you can, you know, be affected by it. But, you know, it's a fucked up world we live in. It's like, what are you going to do? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!